Yo, what's up, plebs? Just gonna do like a Inferno, or the new Inferno at least, smokes and molotovs video, I suppose. There seems to be a few smoke videos out there. I know Edren did one this morning with some some of the more default smokes that you throw, but I haven't really seen any with molotovs and stuff like that, and just a few like little changes to new Inferno that you can actually abuse. That I'll go over all in one video, and I'll do it relatively quick as well, so there's not fucking too much time wasted. So just the default smokes that Adren showed in his video this morning. If you haven't seen it, it was on the front page of Reddit, but whatever. You walk into this corner. This is for CT, and you do this corner. A lot of people do it from logs, but the thing is, if you do it from logs, you can see, and you don't really want to expose yourself, or you want to expose yourself as little as possible for all the smokes you throw, so you can't get shot. So the left side of this chimney, essentially where it meets with the corner, and you just left click that, and I'll fly straight over for CT. For this one you need classic view models, so if you don't play with them, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, because like 99% of people play with them, but if you don't, you can't really throw the smoke. But if you look at this this like square edge of the bottom supporting column for this balcony here, and there's like a small notch in my grenades. If you just watch this corner here, watch what happens. The small notch in my grenade, as you can see right there, connects with like almost like two puzzle pieces, and then you just left click that one as well, and that's for coils. Coffins. The good part about this as well is that even if they're right up against the coffin, they still can't see unless they jump on top, so you can full see them. So that's your CT and your coil smoke. So they're like the two default smokes essentially for B. And then for A, you've got jungle, diggity, library, and archers. So here's jungle. If you walk right into this corner and you got the two flower beds, use one on the left, and that right hand leaf, the furthest, like the closest leaf, sorry, to you, on that left hand flower bed though, you just aim at it and left click. That'll fly. These are like relatively deep smokes as well compared to old Inferno. Like you used to just smoke like thereabouts, but these are actually a lot deeper. So for diggity, right into this corner, you can actually slide up this. You don't want the top corner, you want this closer corner here. And you use the cylinder. You need classic view models for this one again. Use the cylinder like at the top left hand corner of the actual smoke grenade, and you line it up with this bottom part of the curvy support here for this concrete. Like that, and you just left click, and then actually bounce off the skybox, and a relatively deep smoke as well for there. So archers is if you walk across this flat part and you get to this first little nick in the shadow, you want to be just like crouched on top of it in the middle, and you want to be just down a bit from the wood here, and just out to the left enough so that it doesn't actually catch the wall when you let the smoke fly, and that'll go straight for archers. And library, you don't really want to be exposed to mid and stuff, so you kind of want to have top mid control, or at least have these two smokes down before you toss the library one, because you have to throw it from here, and you don't want to get peeked whilst you're like looking at the floor or some shit like that. But it's just line up on the left hand edge of this drain, and then the top part of this wooden triangle here, and then just up to the first wire, and that'll fly straight for library door. Actually bounces inside as well, so it seems a bit deep, but the good thing about this is it doesn't stick out, so CTs can't play like right in this corner, like just being obscured by the smoke a little bit. So just some quick mollies as well, like default ones. So if you walk right into the middle of this door and you aim at this wire, or this part of the fence here, but down to the very top of the concrete of the balcony, and you left click that Molotov's boiler. And if you notice, they're playing like on top of porch quite a bit up here. You can actually, if you manage to get onto the balcony here, and you line up with this corner, you essentially just look at this line across, but like use this to keep yourself centered. You basically just look at like this line right here and left click. It doesn't actually hit the roof, but hits the skybox and the top of the porch there. So if you notice they're playing there quite a bit, then you can do that. This is for the Haycut, just outside a balcony. This one's a bit risky because it is really exposed, and you're a lot deeper than you are for the library one, so it's not as quick to sort of run up and utilize it effectively with teammates and carpets. But if you line up with like this inside corner here for the green box, I think. I don't really throw this one, so this might be a bit messy, but... And then the very tip of that aerial... Yeah, and the smoke actually lands in the Haycut, and... This is a bit lower as well than the one that I've actually made up. I changed it a bit from deep in second mid, but the purpose of this essentially is like people from side can't see you. If they're playing side or whatever, you can actually run out and duel pit without being spotted. But then again, that is it's a bit deeper because the other one lands here, and Yeah, it's just, I don't know, way more exposed than this one. So this one's one that I've actually made up. If you line up with this door, this set of tiles that comes out here, and you need classic VMods for this one as well, because I'm gonna use this red door to my right in a second to explain. So if you see this, like the top, if you just watch the corner of this red door here, the top of my hand and that left-hand edge of the grenade actually meet up. So like that corner on the inside of where my hand and the grenade meet is right on this corner of the red door here. You can see like that. So if you stand on this little notch and you actually put that corner where your hand and the grenade meet, and you put it right on that corner of the roof right there until it's just disappeared, like that, and then you left click, it actually flies over and bounces. It goes a bit deeper, and so it's fractionally higher and a little less exposed to if somebody tries to push out to here like that than if the grenade would have bounced back here. So you can actually run out balcony here, and instead of just seeing heads, just seeing, or like seeing their head, and they can even see your head, but they have a lot more cover, and it's a lot more difficult to kill them, should I say. You can actually just run out on the balcony, smoke, fully covering you from side, and then you might try to push up to here, and you can, it's a lot easier to duel people in pit. Another smoke as well. This seems to be one that a lot of people have been trying to figure out, and it took me a while, but I did it. And it's a real deep CT smoke. So naturally you throw this smoke to here, and then that gives CT players the opportunity to rotate into con. But if you throw this deeper one, then sure, they can still rotate into con and they can still play here, but if you manage to get that frag, then the CT players that are rotating from A side don't even have the capacity to rotate into con. So if you go back to the tree here, or where tree used to be, and if you see this grey area of the wall, if you actually follow the roof of that house up to where the right hand part of this this grey concrete is, and you just follow the roof and you jump throw, and that is actually your deep CT smoke there. So those are the two quirky smokes that I had in mind, or that I've been trying to figure out for the past hour and a half. So the deep CT one and that non-exposed cart smoke. And the thing is as well, if you throw this one for cart from here, it's a lot easier to run into carpet, and you can have like your teammate up in carpet, and you can take balcony a lot easier and get a lot more pick control with that. So I showed you the two molotovs for A that I had figured out, but there's ones for B as well. So there's the new box molotov. If you walk essentially right up to this pointy part of the spiral, and you use this corner of the wall, where you go up to where the aerial meets on the left hand edge there, like in the sky, and you just left click that, it actually pops and burns. It doesn't look like it burns, but even out to here it still burns you. So it forces them out from behind new box. You can actually toss one for emo as well, or dark spot, whatever you want to call it. If you use the top right hand corner of this top section of the wood though, don't use the bottom part there. And then you use this wood plank here that's like directly over towards emo, where you go up and across one to the right, and exactly where they meet in the middle, just left click that molotov, exit molotovs off your dark spot. And finally, a real good one as well, if you're either CT and you've got con control, or if you're a T playing like a clutch situation and the bomb's playing a default, it's really easy to stop the defuse, because if the bomb's playing a default in this region, you can actually go on the con and you can molotov from, if you line up on this corner, you can actually molotov the bomb from here. So essentially it's where the concrete meets the wood. I actually use this lineup, so if you look at this wooden panel here, you got like the top, the middle, and the bottom. I actually aim at the middle of the this wooden column here, but on that bottom line. So if you go right onto this corner and you aim at that middle piece and at the bottom of this column as well, and then you jump through that, molotovs off all of default as well. And the thing is as well, if you're a CT or something and you manage to get into con, like let's say your teammates are like pushing up close and they're just hiding defensive and you see them go on none, you can actually toss pretty good flashes from around this region as well. If you just aim a lot lower than that one, or a lot more to the left as well, and then you jump through these as well, and they actually bounce down straight into yellow, and that'll blind all Nana. So just a few little interesting things as well. You can actually boost onto this this ledge right here. So if they smoke CT like a default smoke would be, you can see straight over it, into side. There's another one of those at jungle as well. Diggity, sorry. So instead of playing on the porch, where they normally throw, if the smoke's like right here, and they come out looking up there, you can see straight over the smoke. Duel all that. And instead of boosting straight onto porch as well, this is a much quicker way, and you can actually hold different angles as well. So if the carpets player, instead of running all the way over there to boost, just runs and stands at this bottom section of the Haycut here, the diggity player, if they follow them, can actually jump up onto their head, and you can jump straight across to this ledge here. So you can use the side ledges for these two balcony things, but you can't actually use the front section, so don't try that. But you can jump on top and land across, and you can go across this one as well, on this ledge, and all the way across, and you can go to here. So instead of playing porch, if you want to play like back here or something, you can still see boiler, and it's a bit of a different angle as well to hold mid from. So you can do whatever you need to do. So that's just some smokes with molotovs included as well. A few different versions of smokes where you're not as exposed. That real deep CT one that everyone's been trying to figure out for a million years. CGP players and CGI players probably already know this stuff, but if you don't, you can thank me later. And yeah, just some tips and tricks. Oh, also you can long jump this as well. Although everybody probably knows this by now. You actually get on this wall and see if it smokes. But yeah, that's basically it. For this, E's first video on the YouTube channel, because why fucking not? Later, bitches.